Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Whittler Dave here. Well, this used to be an ornament. See the kind of a Santa Claus with a tree, a Santa Claus gnome. These are boots. And it used to be a real small ornament. Hell, like I told you, you know me, I can't leave nothing alone. But we're outside. Just hope this turns out pretty good. It's a little sunny, which I love that. But we're just starting to knock him out. I got the snowmen's done. Gotta call the customer and tell him that they're finished so he can get them picked up. Like I said, they're totally, you just can't ship those. Like I told you, shipping has gotten crazy. It's hurt the small time businessman or businesswoman. I don't want to, either or. It's just hurt us all. Is what it has. Big companies, they get breaks and they got their own way of shipping and stuff. And I'm just a small fish in a big sea. I'm just a country boy. Yeah, but he's gonna be neat. Here's his tree, his hat, and his weird little nose, and he's just simple. I like simple. If I'd done some filming a while ago, you could have seen our bears. Mama was out here in the yard and she had her 4 cubs. Mercy, they're growing really big. I watched them when they were first born. She's brought them here and they play in our trees and my neighbor's tree and stuff like that. They're beautiful. We love our Tennessee bears. I tell people we invaded their property, not the other way around. So you gotta learn to live with them. You do. You just got to learn to deal with it, live with it, stuff like that. I apologize again, this is very hard to see. If I had somebody standing right over the top of me, I guess it would be good. But I don't. And there, I'm getting these questions like, why don't you edit? Well, why don't I fly a plane? I don't do either or. I told you. I'm just a country boy trying to learn some new stuff. Trying to unplug people from that crazy computer and just challenge yourself. Lord have mercy. Challenge yourself. This little tree's going like it's bending in the air. He's carrying his tree home. And just because I did a rough drawing, that's all it is. As I carve, it'll talk to me and it'll tell me things, and it whispers in my ear, I tell people. That's what it does. How's that sound? Huh. Doing a little whoopsie-doo here and there. Getting this tree knocked out. But like I said, I don't know how to edit. I wouldn't know what editing was if it bit me. I have a lot of people go, well, Whittler Dave, I'll come over and help you. Well, I ain't never seen it. Oh, I can do that. Well, I ain't never seen you come over. Nope. So it is what it is. I'm not fancy, folks. I'm not going to dance and jump around and act like a crazy fool. Just not. You get what you see. Just a true hand builder. Had to get back to that knife there because I don't want to break this little tip off here. I'd have to redraw it again. It's really funky in that little grain right there. It does. I would like to edit some kind of music in there, but you got to know what type of music you can play and this and that, and I don't know how to do all that. I don't know how to fast forward or anything like that. I see a lot of these videos, they go 600 miles an hour but they want to speed it up. Saves time, I guess. Well, I told you, don't know how to do it. I wish I did, I guess. Maybe I'll learn some of it. I asked a friend the other day, I heard that they got apps out there, easy apps and apps to help you edit and stuff. So he's going to be checking in for me, because he's the man I wish was my neighbor, because he does computers and he understands all that. You know, I mean, I know things would be better off, but like I told you, it is what it is. You're just getting a southern country boy shooting from the hip. See how I'm dropping that? See that line right there? There's its hat. Right there's part of its tree. Second part, third part, fourth part, fifth part. This is going to be its tree stump. It's bottom of the tree. I'll carve the grain into this. You know, just separating lines, and like I said, it'll get changed over and over and over and over and over until it pleases my eye. Very picky in art. Sometimes I gotta go and shut my mouth when I go to art shows and stuff. It's like, what was you thinking? It doesn't flow. But that's the artist in me. I can't help it. Can't shut my brain off. I've tried. You know, knocking out that little hat there, some whoop-de-doos and stuff like that. Just got to think of the way it's laying out. You know, you just got to think. Like I said, I wish it was a better way. I knew how to film and where you could see better and stuff. I tell you what, folks, I apologize again, but I'm going to move you over here. Now, let's try it right here. I don't want you to fall over. I'm out here in the grass. Nope, you can't really see there. Let's go back over here. Like I said, trying. I'll tell you what, it turned out to be a nice day. About 47, 46 degrees this morning when I took the dog out for a walk. That's a little nippy, but if you could only see what I see, our mountains. Where I'm originally from, it's just corn crops and flat. You know, there's just no beauty. And I just prefer it here. Yesterday I had to go to the big box store and pick up some lumber, and naturally I don't go on the interstates or nothing like that. Nope. It's been a lifetime on the interstates. I cut through the mountains. There's the beauty right there. Unplug yourself and go through some of your wilderness. Well, there you go. You can see how these are laying out. Very simple. And I'm still getting comments like, well, you use an X-Acto knife. How come you don't use... I do use knives, folks. I've explained it over and over and over. I'm not going to dull my quality knives over stuff like this. I'm just not going to do it. These blades here, they're called paper blades, and I can just pitch them in the trash can when they get bad. Or so, most time they're too dull for me, so I save them. And then if I teach somebody wood carving and they don't got a knife or whatever, we use the duller ones. They're too dull for me, but they're just fine for a student. It's like just learning. Points are broke off, so that way when they slip and jab it in their finger, it's not going to give them a heart attack. It's going to happen. Lord have mercy. You work with your hands, it's going to happen. You know? It is. Nice sugar pine. I picked that up yesterday at 84 lumber. It's the only place I can buy this style of pine. It's about an hour drive there and another hour back. And of course, I don't like to drive anywhere anymore. But when I do go to in town, the big town, I will go ahead and knock out everything. I went to a couple big box stores, and I went to a different grocery store, and just went here and there and just knocked everything out. Picked up what I was going to need and found some deals, and bought a few things. And I always tell everybody, man, I spent too much money yesterday. But you gotta live and survive. We only got one grocery store in here in our town, and whew, do they ever own the market. Yeah, they do. You can tell when a holiday or we're getting a lot of tourists in town because prices go up. It's supposed to be illegal to price gouge, but like I said, this is a tourist town. You can get by with about anything you want. Can't believe November's knocking on the door, folks. Yes, it is. Knocking on the door royally. I got this show this weekend, and then not doing anything, coming out of the shop or anything until November the 29th. And I'll drive up on the mountain, start hauling all my product up and all my displays. That's a chore in itself right there, getting everything up. And then my wife's taking off the 30th from her job, and then she's going to go up and help. We'll get everything set up and get displays together because December the 1st I start, and for the next 25 days I'm glued to the mountain. I'm going to go up prepared this year. I'm buying me a heating blanket. I'm buy one for my wife too. We like to froze to death up there last year because we sat by a where they do ice skating, and I'm going to tell you what, holy does it get cold. And when you don't move around that much, and I do 25 days of selling and I do 25 days of demonstration. Anywhere I go, I'm carving, I'm building. So when you just sit and only move your hands, your lower half can get extremely cold. And you've heard me before, I do not, and I mean I do not like cold weather. Nope. I like to be on a tropical island in the winter where it's nice and warm all winter long. Walk out in shorts, and there you go. That's what I would prefer to do. Yep, but I don't. But I do live in one of the most beautiful places around in the United States is the Smoky Mountains. I love the Smoky Mountains. And they were smoking yesterday. Not here in Gatlinburg. I got to Sevierville, and Lord, was it foggy. It was like pea soup. You could have ate it with a spoon or cut it with a knife. It was thick. It was thick. Well, I thought I'd just bring you in here real fast, show you the gnome Santa Claus by the tree. Like I said, he used to be an ornament, and I turned him into a larger, this is called a one-sided carving. This side here will not be carved and everything. I'll put him on a stand where he can, stand up, and you can put him on a shelf or, Lord, whatever you want to do with him. Just a one-sided carving. But I just want to say thank you all, and I appreciate everybody that follows us and giving us good likes and comments. We deeply, deeply appreciate that. And I will just talk to you again, and you all have a blessed day, and thank you.